Hey there, it's Jesse with Southern Pool and Spa. Thanks for choosing us. Came by to make a few checks on the pool just to see how things are going. One of the first things I noticed with the pool is I want to point out your spa light. I don't have it on right now, but I just had it on a moment ago, but it wasn't working. Your pool light is, however, working, so it's just the spa light that's the problem. I was able to test the water balance and sanitation. Everything looks good. It's a little out of balance. Your pH is a little on the high side. Not a big deal. The most important thing I noticed, though, was that your cyanuric acid levels were on the high side as well. They tested at 180 parts per million. And it's not a big deal unless it's causing water clarity or algae issues, or there's a problem with the pool holding chlorine. So what I would say is, we don't really need to worry about it. It is generally recommended once you get over 100 parts to drain and refill the pool to get that number in check. But if it's not causing problems with the pool, I generally would not worry about it. One of the other things, I've got the pool off right now, but I noticed through your return jet here and the return jet right over there, there was a significant amount of air coming through the system. Whenever I went over to your pool equipment to see the source of the air, it's almost always on the suction side of the equipment. I noticed right in here at your diverter valve, it's hard to see, the camera doesn't really want to focus on it, but right at that diverter valve, it's leaking some water when it turns off. And what that means is it's pulling in air when it turns on. The longer your system is off, the more your pump will start to lose prime. I just turned it off a moment ago, so it's not beginning to lose prime, but after it stays off for, say, overnight or several hours, it will lose prime eventually, and then each morning have to prime up fresh. Not a big deal, it can handle it, but I am gonna be recommending that we replace the O-rings inside here, the cover plate O-ring and the diverter valve O-rings right inside there. So one of the other things I noticed right away was your UV sanitizer. The light in the middle right here is off. So we're gonna need to either repair or replace this UV sanitizer. It is approaching, I believe, about 8 years old based off the manufacturer's label. Your pool filter is in mostly good condition, although it is a little aged. Your filter pressure gauge is working just fine, but I did notice a little stress fracture. It's gonna be hard to see in this, but I included it in the pictures of the report, but there's a stress fracture right here, and it goes down to about right here. That becomes more common as these filters begin to get older. It's just something to keep an eye on. Not the end of the world, but just want to keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't spring a leak. I noticed you don't have a cleaner in the pool, and the booster pump, even though it's programmed to be on in the control panel, it doesn't actually turn on, so I'll take it that it is inactive. One of the other big things that I noticed is going to need addressed right away is your chlorinator tubing right here. You see how cracked that tubing is? That tubing, if we just barely touched it, it would probably break right open. You can see it down here too. It would break right open and it'd start spraying water everywhere. Based off the age of the chlorinator, there's a good chance that the chlorinator check valve is no longer working very well, that the dial is no longer working very well. So rather than repairing this chlorinator and replacing the tubing, I'd recommend we go ahead and replace the whole chlorinator. So other than that, everything looks pretty good. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call. I'll be emailing this in a report with pictures as well. And yeah, feel free to reach out, 512-788-3941 if you have any questions. And if I left anything off, I'll be sure to include it in the report. But I think that pretty much sums everything up that I found today. Thanks again for choosing Southern Pool and Spa.